Hey guys, I don't know what channel you'll be watching this on. I'm going to post this on both my vaping channel and my fish tank channel. My vaping channel I kind of left go for a while. To the people of my vaping channel, I'm back. But anyway, so there's been a lot of stuff going on right now in the vaping world. One being the flavor ban, and now there's a direct attack on us vapors called wet lung. Now, wet lung, don't believe the hysteria. It's a bunch of crap. Matter of fact, apparently the story started off with this girl from Pennsylvania that was admitted to the ER. Apparently they're blaming Yon because she was vaping for 3 weeks, and it developed a term called wet lung. If you go on Google or anything and you type in the term wet lung, it is only directed towards this case. Because apparently it's the first time where there's no scientific data, there's nothing to actually direct this towards vaping. What it actually was a hypersensitivity pneumonitis, which is an allergic reaction to stuff like dust and or chemicals. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if you have allergic reaction to a vapor product, most of the time it's going to be the propylene glycol that we use. And before you're hospitalized, you'll find out long before if you have a sensitivity to propylene glycol. Like almost everything that we use in today's society, like medicine, fog machines, all kinds of stuff, have propylene glycol. We're always in contact with propylene glycol. So you'd start off with like rashes, stuff like that first. So this whole thing with wet lung is just ridiculous. Matter of fact, this story actually happened last year. I think that they were holding on to it because right now they're introducing a massive flavor ban. Matter of fact, San Francisco already passed it. So I think it's just trying to get voters to basically go, oh, maybe vaping's not so good. When the Royal College of Physicians has already deemed it 95% better for you than smoking. It's not 100% safe, but it's all about tobacco harm reduction. And they're trying to say, oh, it's a gateway to cigarettes. There is no scientific data stating that vaping is a gateway to smoking. Matter of fact, I'd rather do this than smoke. And you know what's funny about that? Where traditional smoking would harm the inhabitants of my fish tanks, vaping is not. Matter of fact, I got some baby angelfish wigglers back there right now. So don't believe all the hype that you're hearing. It's all a bunch of crap. They're trying to get rid of vaping because unfortunately all these states like those tax dollars that they get from big tobacco. That's all it is. And now with Pennsylvania implementing the 40% sales tax, yeah. Matter of fact, I've been vaping since 2009. Alright guys, I worked at a vape shop for a while. Unfortunately, we went out of business because of this 40% tax. I ended up buying a pack of cigarettes. Worst mistake I could have ever done. Matter of fact, I'm back on vaping again. It's been 3 days now, and I'm not turning back. I have no craving for a cigarette at all. It's just better. Matter of fact, I'm using a really old setup right here, the Noisy Cricket with the Jabo Indestructible RDA. With fused Claptons in it. So for my vape channel peeps, I'm back. For my fish tank people, I'm doing this now. And trust me, if you try vaping, give it a week. After a week of nothing but vaping, you'll realize how much better you actually feel. And this is not a joke. But a little bit more on this story. They've already said that dust is a key factor in this reaction. The girl that lives in rural Pennsylvania, loaded with dust. But it isn't something the reports online are keen on acknowledging. It had to have been the vape. No. If anything, like I said, it could be a PG allergy. But I doubt it. Matter of fact, they don't even mention the girl's name. She is 18. You are legally allowed to mention her name, but they're not going to. Because even she, I believe, would fight, stating it was not the vape. Almost guaranteed she has had this problem in the past before. Like I said, it is a hypersensitivity. And considering they've already classified that dust is the key factor, if anything, this would help. Matter of fact, even if she was asthmatic, I am an asthmatic. And guess what? I'm perfectly fine. Matter of fact, I used to get bronchitis all the time because of smoking, at least once a year. During that time that I was vaping, I did not get it. But the second I went back on cigarettes, guess what came back? So, this is a healthier choice. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Don't let the media bring you down. Fight for your rights. Go to CASAA.org. Fight for your right to vape. People that don't vape won't understand. I know plenty of people that smoke. Matter of fact, here's a little story for you. So, kid just turns 18. He's a smoker. I get him to switch over to vaping. He feels better than he ever has. Lives with his parents. Well, his dad. His dad told him that chewing tobacco is safer than vaping. What? So he started chewing. He comes back around me, and I look at him, and I'm like, no, that's false. Matter of fact, chewing tobacco, granted, yeah, you might lose your jaw, your teeth, stuff like that. Which one would you rather keep? Your lungs or your mouth? In that aspect, yeah, it might be safer. But vaping is a hell of a lot better for you. God, I love this stuff. Matter of fact, I'm vaping on a Cultist Mason right now. Delicious juice. Matter of fact, here's some vaping facts for you. Vaping is 95% better than smoking tobacco, or any tobacco for that matter. 20,000 successful new smoking quits per year resulting from vaping. Reported 1.5 million vapors that have stopped smoking altogether. There's 40% of the smokers who have never tried vaping. They need to. 7.6 million people still currently smoke. And that's just in the UK. Matter of fact, the UK and Canada both have listed vaping as a safer alternative to tobacco use. And they acknowledge this now. They make them more easily available. So why are we, as the United States, where we're supposed to have tons of freedom, Freedom to do whatever we want, basically. Why do we have to fight for our right for a healthier life choice? It's all because of those tax dollars. That's all it is. The government don't give a shit about us. They just care about the bottom line. Their money. So guys, if you currently smoke and you just stumbled upon this video, do yourselves a favor. Go to your local vape shop. Pick up your first vaping accessory and get off the cigarettes. The ones that they provide you, the ones that they write you a prescription for, are a hell of a lot more harmful than vaping. Chantix. There's more suicide rates than there are successes with quitting with Chantix. The nicotine patch. I know people that nicotine patch chewed a hole in their arm. They had to have skin grafts and everything else. And guess what? They still smoke. So, whenever you hear about this kind of hysteria, just remember, the Royal College of Physicians has already proven the facts that we need to win. So, never give up your right to vape. Always fight for your right to vape. And, above all else, just vape.